One of the things my mother has always said, if that man taps on your shoulder, roll over. Because if you are not giving him sex, there's only but so long he will hold out. Even a good man, there's only but so long he will hold out. And I'm not talking about if you're holding out because you just had a baby, or you're holding out because you just had a surgery, or you're sick. If you are a healthy person and you are holding out on your husband, you are essentially handing him the keys to somebody else's door.
I've been with my husband for 25 years. We've been through individual therapy, couples therapy, and even worked with a sex therapist in the past. I'm also certified in multiple areas of relationship coaching, including sex and intimacy coaching. I disagree with her advice, but the problem isn't the advice itself, it's the missing context and the reason she believes a woman should always say yes, which essentially is, so he doesn't cheat on you. I fear losing my partner isn't a healthy reason to do something for your partner. I love my partner is. If the reasons sex has declined in the marriage aren't addressed first, or at least at the same time, telling a wife to just say yes doesn't solve the problem. It amplifies it. Because now the wife isn't just carrying the original issue that made sex disappear from the relationship in the first place. Now she's also carrying obligation, resentment, and the pressure of pretending everything is okay. Most of the time, there's an external physical sign that a man is sexually aroused, but this is not the case for women. So we unconsciously treat her arousal like it doesn't matter. We assume saying yes should be easy because we can't see what isn't happening inside her. If a woman's arousal were just as visible as a man's, I don't think nearly as many people would say just do it. We'd be asking a different question. What happened that made desire disappear in the first place? Because that's usually where the real problem is. Here's the irony. In healthy marriages, a woman saying yes before she's in the mood often creates desire. In unhealthy marriages, a woman saying yes before she's in the mood often creates resentment. The goal isn't to pressure desire. It's to build the kind of marriage where desire has room to grow. Now, the advice she gave might work just fine for the husband whose only goal is getting sex. If he doesn't care whether his wife is genuinely happy, wants him, or desires him, as long as she says yes, then that advice might get him what he wants if his wife feels obligated to do it. But it won't satisfy the husband who wants more than compliance. The husband who wants his wife to genuinely enjoy being with him, to want him, to crave him, and to desire him. Now, here's where I actually agree with her. If we're talking about a husband and wife who are genuinely submitted to Christ, not Christian in name only, but actually living out their faith, then yes, I believe couples should intentionally say yes to one another more often. Because the Bible tells husbands and wives not to deprive one another except by mutual agreement, but not just so the husband can simply get his sexual needs met, so both husband and wife can remain focused on Christ instead of being distracted by temptation. The goal isn't just his sexual gratification, it's their devotion to God. And that changes everything, because a husband submitted to Christ doesn't hear, my wife shouldn't say no, and think, great, I get sex whenever I want. He asks, how do I become the kind of husband my wife feels emotionally, relationally, spiritually, and sexually safe saying yes to? So the question isn't whether your wife can say yes. The question is whether you're building the kind of marriage where she loves saying yes.